Good morning. I'm Jen.
I'm Cora.
And this is Coffee Connections. In case you're wondering why we're calling it Coffee Connections, it's because we wanted to connect with you while you are homebound. And maybe it's on your coffee break and it's at the start of our day because we're in California. A couple people were wondering what Cora was drinking.
It's actually hot chocolate. It's not coffee.
So, the whole show today is going to be about... Bring her in. Go ahead.
Can't take her. About,
Here, I'll help.
our new puppy.
Meet Katie. Hi, Katie.
She likes cameras.
We got the call yesterday that we could pick her up, and so she was cleared from her medical hold, and so we got her. We picked her up yesterday. So needless to say, everything but math on homeschooling was out the window, and there's nothing more than a positive puppy to help keep your spirits up. Cora, do you want to talk about just the process of getting her?
So, when we first visited her, she was on a medical hold. And so they gave us a call, and they said she was ready. And we took our other dog, Cooper. We took him
Cooper,
to the shelter.
Come here? No, he doesn't.
And we went, and so Cooper and Katie haven't been very interactive lately, but Katie has been super hyper and super bouncy.
She has been totally mellow. You think she's been hyper?
I think she's been bouncy.
She's been bouncy. So when she's outside and playing, she is literally bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. But she plays and then she mellows out and she's a huge snuggle bug. So she will just snuggle you up. Do you want to hold her?
Yeah.
There you go. Just put your arm underneath her butt. And then come a little closer to the camera. Here, we'll get a little closer so you guys can see her. Now, here. Can you get her? You have to hold her higher. Do you want to switch chairs? Okay. So what were there any funny moments with her yet?
When she took Cooper's ball, she would just sort of nudge at it, and then she'd take it, and then Cooper didn't know what to do. He looked at...
I'm going to hold her so they can see her, because it's easier for me to hold her higher.
And so Cooper didn't know what to do, and we thought that was pretty funny, and eventually she gave it back. And, what else? When we were playing in the grass, she couldn't sit still. She would run around, she'd run, and then she'd lay down, and then she'd just get back up and run, and then she'd lay down and get back up and run, and she couldn't sit still.
And she would get closer and closer to Cooper and then back off, and get closer and closer and back off. He's been kind of indifferent, but totally tolerant.
Yeah.
And she's been cautiously interested. But there was absolutely zero aggression, of course, because Cooper's a sweetheart too. So Helen Woodward didn't mind us taking her home. All right. So how'd it go last night? Well, she cried for about 5 minutes when we all went to bed around what time? Did we go to bed around 9?
Yeah. 9.
Yeah, so we all went to bed around 9, and big yawn. And so we were crate training her. So she cried for about 5 minutes, and then she mellowed out, and then she woke up at midnight, and I got up and took her out.
I slept through all of this.
I got her up and took her out to potty, and then she came back in, and she cried a little bit, maybe a little bit more than 5 minutes, but not much, maybe, less than 10 minutes. And then it started raining. I think that's what it was, because she started barking first, and then Cooper started barking like there was something outside, and I got up to look just to make sure, because my motorhome's out front right now, and I didn't see anything, but I saw it raining, and I heard it raining, and I thought, is she barking at the rain? So then what happened?
then she cried.
Well, she was fussing, and Cooper barked for a bit. Then he stopped because he knew nothing was out there, and he came in to see what I was doing, and I was looking out the window. Then Cooper went back to bed with you, and she was still fussing, and so he was kind of giving her a little bark growl, like a low, like I call it lazy barking when he doesn't want to get out of bed. And so he was kind of like a bark, and just, but really low and not too bad. And I feel like he was like telling her to be quiet because she would kind of stop barking for a second, and then she'd fuss again, and then he'd do it again, or he would just, I don't know how to describe the sound. Obviously, I can't do a bark or a growl. And then she would be quiet, and then she'd fuss again. And this went back and forth like 3 or 4 times. I feel like he was telling her, look, everything's okay out there. It's just rain. Go back to sleep. And it didn't take long, and then she did.
She just kept on barking.
Oh, then she finally woke up at about 4:30 this morning. Yeah.
And I was just asleep through the whole.
You want to say hi to everybody?
And when
Katie?
I mean whole,
I mean everybody. You want to say hi to everybody?
Katie.
So
she
yes.
She has so many freckles. She's a Dalmatian Pinscher blend. Doberman.
They said she's a Doberman Pinscher blend. But because of her spots, what do you think she is?
She might be Dalmatian.
Sadly, you can't tell us in the comments below because Cora is part of this. Because Cora's part of the show, I think YouTube is canceling our comments. So what do you think the other part is? Do you think she's part Dalmatian? Do you think she's part German short hair pointer like Cooper is?
Because she did point.
We saw her point once. She was out on the grass and she wasn't looking at anything, but she pointed. So yes.
She's the sweetest cutie little bunny. Cute.
But it's easy for you to see her like this. It's really difficult to take pictures of her because she's so active.
She'll once you take out the camera and you're like, Katie, she will run and just pounce on the camera, and you just can't get any moment of her. Katie, that's coffee.
I'm a little bit sniffly this morning, so I'm super hoping that I'm not allergic to her because we are allergic to cats.
I'm allergic to dogs, and we got Cooper.
How do you know you're allergic to dogs?
Daddy told me.
Okay.
He said he's allergic to dogs, and it just made sense.
Okay. Well.
But I got used to Cooper since he slept with me every single night of the year.
Okay, is that it? So, we don't know how to answer your questions because we can't do comments. I haven't checked Twitter, but you can write to us on Twitter at @JenLeo. And I suppose, of course, a few people are telling us to do an Instagram account for her.
No.
We'll see. We've got other things to do, and this new channel is taking some time too. So we'll see. We'll see if we do Instagram. If Cora wants to do our Instagram account for Katie, maybe we can, for Katie and Cooper. Maybe we can, but her schoolwork comes first. So we'll see. We'll see. Is that it? What else do we have to talk about? Is anybody else getting a puppy? I don't know if you're calling them Corona puppies, but is anybody else getting a positivity puppy? Huh?
No.
Okay. Well, we wish you could come over and play with her, especially our friends. It's a little bit tough to be separated from our friends who are dying to come over and play with her. Cora, why don't we end it with a gratitude sesh? And something exciting, and what we're excited about today.
Well, we're both grateful that we got Katie. Other than that, do you want to start?
I'm grateful your teacher sent some math because that's helpful to have actual math lessons.
I'm grateful that my teacher gave us a lot of work to do so that we could sort of spread it out and not be bored over the...
Yeah, but I like some of the stuff that you're doing outside. I love that you're doing coding. We were going to have a writing party with your friends or whoever was going to show up. We were going to have a writing party. I guess we'll postpone that till next week and we'll do it earlier in the day, maybe. What's your favorite subject you're working on so far?
Probably coding.
Right, so that's kind of an elective.
Taking care of Katie.
That's the last 24 hours. We take her to the vet today, so we're going to have a vet check. And yeah. And we took a bunch of pictures and sent them to friends yesterday.
Yeah, I'm grateful we actually got pictures of her. Because that was very, very difficult, huh? Because you make pictures difficult.
So if anybody has a good source for inexpensive dog toys, we've always gone to Marshall's or Home Goods because Cooper goes through his toys in like 10 minutes. So we can't always buy a $20 toy that's going to last, 10 or 15 minutes. Cora, you going to help me talk on the show? Going to help me talk? But if you have any, I guess, mail, I don't know. I don't really know what we should be doing right now during the self-quarantine stuff in terms of what to buy online or not. I know. Y'all just want to look at the puppy.
So,
Cora, talk to the listeners something other than just blowing on her face. Look at I'm grateful. She is a snuggle bug. She is such a sweetheart.
And a snuggle bug.
Are you my snuggle bug too?
No, mostly Katie.
What else? What else do we have to say? We can't take any
Shout
questions.
out to the Goldbergs.
Because?
Because it's a great show, and it has so many seasons and so many episodes, and it's good to start while you're on break.
Yes, if you were looking for an uplifting show to make you laugh, we are really enjoying the Goldbergs.
Dinner with the Goldbergs.
Dinner with the Goldbergs was probably our favorite episode.
Season 6.
I don't know if that is a standalone one or if you need to know the characters first. Maybe do they need to?
It's this
They've
family
got
from the 80s.
seasons.
It's this family from the 80s. The mom is no, that's her jacket.
She's fine.
The family's from the 80s. The mom is way over loving, and like if her kid gets hit in the head with dodgeball, she will march down to the school and yell at the PE teacher and making them stop dodgeball. And
the kids call her their smother.
And the kids call her smother. And the dad is the complete opposite. He's super lazy, although he has his couch, and the three things he does when he comes home: yells, "I'm home," takes off his pants, and sits in his recliner couch and watches TV, or eats, or sleeps. All the above. And their youngest son, Adam, he is a complete nerd for movies, and that describes everything. And Barry, the middle child, he's
seemingly
dumb.
not that smart, but has so much confidence and thinks he's the best at everything. Mm-hmm. Wants to be a doctor.
And he loves nunchucks, rapping. He has this group of friends who are also dumb. And
I don't know if they're all dumb.
No, they're not all dumb. But and they're called the GTP, Jenkintown Posse Group. Mm-hmm.
Jenkintown Posse.
Jenkintown Posse. And Barry's the leader, and he'll say JTP, and we'll just respond JTP. And Erica, the oldest, she is basically a teenager who wants to be a rock star and is popular at school.
Katie, this is your debut on Coffee Connections with Jen and Cora.
Happy ears.
We hope you'll all have a really great day and that you find something to be grateful for, and share it any way you can. Tell us on Twitter at @JenLeo, or write it down in your journal, write it down on a piece of paper. Sure, we might be homebound, but there's still so much to be grateful for. Right, Cora?
Mm-hmm.
All right. See you tomorrow.